How you gonna hop in that coupe? Whoa.
Fellas, thank you for joining us here. I wish we could just go around and just start with introductions. If you guys could just go around and just say your name and a little bit about yourself, just to kind of kick it off. I know we got Mike here in the first screen.
Alright, I guess I'll kick it off. So my name is Mike Dolch. I'm a senior civil engineering student at Rutgers. I'm one of the founders. Alex is another founder of the skateboarding club. And yeah, that's a really brief introduction.
Alright, and I'm Tyreek. I am a senior with the School of Engineering. I study packaging engineering, and I'm the treasurer of RU Skateboarding.
Cool.
Hi, my name is Will. I'm a junior, and I'm majoring in biological sciences. And basically, I'm like the marketing guy for the club, so I make posters. And as of right now, we don't have any competitions going on, so no posters need to be made.
Okay. No, I understand things are a little difficult these days, but we're gonna work around it, right? We're gonna keep skating. So now, how'd you guys meet? How did RU Skateboarding start?
So I met both of these guys after the skateboarding club started. I don't even remember how you guys found the club. Maybe, yeah, that's a good place.
Can I tell my story real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I was walking to class, Bio 1, at Hickman Hall, and I saw the poster for the club. It said, RU Skateboard. At the time, I really wanted to learn how to skateboard. So basically, I typed the information into the GroupMe, and I joined. So 2 weeks later, I attended one of the meetings at the skate park, and I met Javon, Mike, and Thomas, and they taught me how to do ollies and all these different kind of tricks, and I was like, dang, I'm gonna be joining this club. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got him doing his first ollie.
Yeah, did my ollie. It took me 4 months, and they helped me out.
Nice. Yeah, I'm still trying to get mine perfected too. I can't quite get the kick flips down. I'm struggling, but we're gonna get
all
there.
Of us.
Yeah. We're gonna get there, man. How would you say the skateboarding club integrated into the student life?
I mean, it's hard to say because pretty much as soon as we started, that was when COVID hit. We had our first general meeting right before the school closed down. So we got really lucky that it's an organization where people can participate on their own. So we started up the GroupMe, we started up the Discord account, and we managed. I think we have 47 members right now. Not all of them are participating that much. Only a few of them are. But it is a place where it's really easy for Rutgers students to find us, and if they want to participate, it's there's no barrier. They can come and find us, and they can just talk and ask questions. And for some people, that's how it's been. Especially beginners, they'll hop onto the Discord and start asking how do I buy my first board, or how do I ollie, or how do I do these really basic things. And we've been able to help out some of those people.
Yeah, that's good, man. Those beginning things, those first baby steps, those are kind of, foundation of skateboarding, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, and it can be really daunting, if you don't know what you're doing, it's freaky.
I put together my first board, and I still have it, but it was a challenge, you know what I mean? It wasn't something, I don't know all the pieces, you know what I mean? One time it fell apart, and I had to go to the store, my truck fell off, and I lost a bunch of pieces, so it can be a little frustrating trying to keep working. I'll just get started. And since COVID shut down the classes on campus, how has that changed for you guys? How have you kept things going?
Yeah, so we've been trying to do everything that we can to keep students engaged as much as possible. So one of the things that we did was we had a video contest where any of the members could record a 30-second clip of themselves skateboarding and send it in. And I think we got 10 participants for that one. And we had prizes for the best trick, for the most creative trick or the most creative video and the best location. So we had 3 different winners. They got different things, and it was really cool. And even though we, have COVID, I actually got to hand deliver one of the prizes, and that was really cool.
No, I love it, bro. Just keep it going, man. How big would you say the club is now? Like, I know you said there's 47 people or so.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like a following or interest in stuff outside of maybe the people that are actually in it, how big would you say it is?
Yeah, as for people who are like really in it, I mean, it's like us, the officers. There's 5 of us, and 5 of us, and I don't know. There have been like some people participating on the chats. Some people like will come and participate for like a week or 2 and then drop off, and then they'll come back.
Yeah, we see new faces each week.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, keep things fresh, keep things cool. Always got different levels of, I guess, skill. That could probably be good, But I'd like to pass a question here to Will. Actually, what would you say is the most successful event thus far? What would you say has been?
I think during COVID times, the most successful event would be the video contest. Because usually we get like 2 or 3 participants aside from like the officers during the club meetings. However, for the video challenge, we got like 10 participants, which is like kind of crazy because there's a lot more people doing that stuff for the prizes. And yeah, the videos have been really creative. People skate in different places. They do all these different kind of tricks. So yeah, that has been the most successful.
Okay, no, it makes sense, man. We got to do things differently these days, But the main thing is keep going. But let's see what we got here. So you guys have members from all across the country, right?
I actually don't know. I think that most of them are probably from New Jersey, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I think like 99%.
Except for Will.
Yeah, except for me.
Okay, all right, no worries. What would you say makes Tyreek, I'm gonna pass this question to you. What would you say makes the skateboarding club unique or different from other organizations that you might see out there?
I don't know that this necessarily makes us different or unique, but I know that this is definitely a key aspect of the club. Maybe this will answer the question. It's just it's a really great community of people. Everyone always wants to help each other out, and it's not like you don't really feel any pressure in and out of the group for anyone. It's a place that that you can go to where there's just like-minded people that just are chill, want to get together, help each other out, and where you can just it's just a great place to be and good people to be around.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's one thing to have people that have similar interests, you know what I mean, in mind, all get together. It's a beautiful thing. Everybody learns from each other, right? So,
Yeah.
Let's see, we got a question here. What are some challenges for like having students in different areas of New Jersey? Have there been, any challenges with, cohesiveness or, different cooperation or getting people to come by? Is it difficult at all? Have you had challenges?
Well, yeah. So I think it's just like being remote and everything. It's kind of hard to get everyone together to do stuff, because there's really nothing that is a stressful or like something that could be stressing of a collective like event to get everyone together for. So like with everyone so far away from each other, even though there could technically be some opportunities to maybe do something in person, like I know before we had an idea to maybe do like a small workshop, like a small ollie or like shove it workshop, to just get a few people together to go to a park and just for anyone that's interested to come out and just maybe learn a trick or improve a trick that they've been struggling with. I know that I don't think that really worked out very, very well. No one really showed up to that. it's just challenging because everyone's so far away from each other. Like I know for me, I'm in North Jersey. I know some people live around actual like Central Jersey by where Rutgers is. Some people are by South Jersey. Will is in Antarctica, and where you live, Connecticut, I think, or Vermont. Wait, I forget where you live.
West Virginia.
See, I forget all the time.
Thanks.
But yeah, it's just hard to get everyone together to do something. The only really consistent online event that we have is our weekly meetings, and that's even kind of hard to get people to come by because everyone's stressed with their classes and such. So that's why we just try to keep brainstorming ideas, like with the video contest, because at least that's something that people can do on their own time and participate over an extended period of time rather than something that's a regular event.
Right. No, I respect it, man. I love it. I got a question. Go for both of you guys. Looks like we lost Mike though.
Oh yeah, he's coming back.
Good. Just in time. What's up, man? Favorite place to skate? All of you. I just want to know one by one. Favorite place to skate?
I guess my favorite place to skate is if you know where the Riverside dorms are at Rutgers, it's like right behind it. There's like this little park, and they have like these really cool tennis courts. And since I'm a beginner, I like to skate there since it's like flat ground, and I would practice my ollies there. And it's really smooth, and it's like peaceful. There's no one there usually, so it's a really cool place to skate.
Nice. No,
I actually agree. I wouldn't say that that's my favorite, but I agree with you. That's a really good place to skate. I think I skate the basketball courts a lot because it's pretty much just as smooth as those tennis courts over there, and it's pretty isolated. But like along the lines of what Will said, I do like to skate in more isolated locations. So what I do is I find parking garages to skate in because they have curbs and stuff, and they're usually they're by office buildings, so there's not usually a lot of people or like a lot of cars and traffic coming by, and it just lets me be able to practice my tricks with no one like staring at me and stuff.
Yeah, that can add a degree of difficulty having somebody watching you get it right. But favorite place to skate?
Favorite place to skate?
Favorite place to skate.
Favorite place to skate. Sorry. I've been going to the Douglas Student Center a lot, the parking deck there, to skate a lot. And lately I've also been going to the Montclair skate park, which opened up pretty recently. I don't know, I like to go all over the place. I get bored really easily, so like I just like switching it up, and I really like, I don't know, I like skating transition, so like wherever there's transition, that's where I like to be.
Nice. No, I respect that. I'm the same way. I like flat ground. When I first started, I would go to the basketball courts at Roosevelt Park over there by Menlo Park Mall.
This might not work.
That for a while and get my ollies down and everything. But despite all the craziness that's going on and everything, just a few good highlights from the 2020.
No, it's no problem. It's a pretty controversial topic within skateboarding, so I'm curious to hear what Tyreek and Will have to say about it.
Well, I don't know. Well, okay. Well, I guess maybe I'll let you go after because I don't really know how exactly it's controversial. Because maybe you mean controversial from the aspect of that it's been introduced. But I don't know. I think a lot of things are controversial when they first get introduced. I definitely think skateboarding deserves to be in the Olympics, and I think that the implementation of it was pretty big. And I think that this year skateboarders were really showing out. And I think that I feel really bad that it got canceled because I know how hard some of like my favorite skaters were training and preparing for it. And I think that they were really excited to show the entire world how good skaters are and how entertaining it can really be at an Olympic level. So it's pretty sad from that aspect. But I mean, I definitely think skating deserved to be there. And I was really stoked and excited to see it, and pretty sad that it's got to be delayed. But when it happens, it'll be epic.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Actually, I think skateboarding is a sport. It should be respected. A lot of people enjoy it. I think that it deserves a little bit more highlight, you could say. I mean, it's definitely an athletic thing. Not everybody's good at it. It takes practice and work to get good at it. But how about you guys? What do you guys think?
Wait, can you repeat that? I can't really hear you guys.
The question is, how do you feel about skateboarding being brought into the Olympics?
So like, in my personal opinion, I was like really excited for skateboarding to be in the Olympics because, you know, it's the first time it's been in the Olympics and we all love skateboarding here. And like most of my favorite skaters, you know, they're from the United States, the UK, Japan, you know, those countries, they have epic skateboarders, and it would be like so cool to see them like, you know, clash with each other and compete with each other. I think the thing that makes skateboarding controversial, like in the Olympics, would be like what the skateboarders like want to wear. Like, I don't know how to put it into words, but I think I read online somewhere that skateboarders, they have to wear a certain brand, they have to wear certain uniforms in the Olympics. And in my opinion, skateboarding should be you wear whatever you feel most comfortable in. So Nike skateboarding shoes, Vans, Converse, you know, skateboarders should be allowed to choose what they want to wear. However, in the Olympics, you know, they made these rules where skateboarders, you know, a part of a team, they have to all wear the same shoes, like from the same brand, wear the same uniforms, and, you know, to some people, it's not that, you know, comfortable for them.
Right. No, I mean, I definitely hear you, bro. I think that's a part of the culture, like, you know, how you know, dress as a skater and feel comfortable, you know, and you find your style, you know. I think that's a big part of the culture.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I think a big part of where the controversy comes from is a lot of people who are in skateboarding and who have been in skateboarding for a long time see it more as an art format than as a sport. I mean, that's kind of a little cliche, but like that is kind of where they come from, and that it came from a place of rebellion, of like breaking into people's backyards to skate their pools, and like being in the Olympics is such a far cry from that. It's to a lot of people, it's not really in the spirit of skateboarding, but it's my perspective that it's going to introduce more people to skateboarding than there were before, and in that respect, like, I don't think it can be a bad thing. And, you know, if like kids are watching the Olympics and they're seeing people fly through the air with, like, that's nuts. And like, I'm sure a lot of young people are gonna like be really, really drawn to what skateboarding is, and they're gonna make it their own thing. So, you know, it's just gonna keep evolving, you know.
Yeah, I feel like some people want to keep, you know, skateboarding an underground thing. It's similar to music, how like, you know those memes on Instagram where an indie band, they become famous and people would just stop listening to them. They want to keep it, you know, underground. They don't want it to become, you know, indie pop, like popular stuff.
I mean, in my, I guess, point of view, it's a beautiful thing, you know, that it's getting recognition, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it is, you know, you want to keep it kind of underground, and it can still have that aspect, you know, of how you were saying, you know, sneaking in the backyard, skating in pools, finding different street spots to skate, you know, getting kicked out of spots and things like that by the police or whatever. That's part of skateboarding. That's what made it what it is. But at the same time, you know, that's where things start. Things have to start somewhere, and they grow, right? So I think it's definitely a beautiful thing. With the newfound popularity of skateboarding in general, do you think that colleges will maybe follow suit and skateboarding will make it into a collegiate level, something like that?
Yeah, I really hope so. So we're actually, right now, we've applied for like a fundraising money to basically build a new skate spot at Rutgers. We don't have anybody's like approval or anything at this point, but like we're really hoping that because there are so many skateboarders everywhere, and you know, like colleges have all different types of recreational infrastructure. Like our school has a climbing wall, a climbing gym. It has like tons of basketball courts and tennis courts. Got nothing on there. But yeah, like skateboarding is underrepresented because it's so new. But there are a comparable number of skateboarders in the U.S. to like basketball players or tennis players. We just don't have as many spaces to go, and it actually gets us more into trouble because we go to places where we're not supposed to be because we don't have the places that we need. So I really hope that more universities start to invest money into having a place where people can go skateboarding safely, and even to have like competitions between schools and stuff like that would be. kind of hard for me to picture, but it would be really cool, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
And going off what Mike said a little bit, if I could just comment a little bit, I think that I kind of lean towards the other way. Like, I think you kind of answered that in a little bit more of an optimistic way. I feel a little bit more pessimistic towards it, only because, like, going off of what you said, I think we as skaters recognize that we have so many skaters. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of participants. The problem is, it's so ingrained in the culture for it to be such an underground thing and to be such like a niche thing that we don't necessarily group together as a collective to try to seek out the infrastructure that's necessary for it to be such a structured thing. We would rather just, just keep finding underground spots, keep skating in parking garages and stuff, and, breaking into people's pools and stuff in their backyard. Like, that's more ingrained in the skate culture than pursuing anything bigger than that. So, I don't know. I think I'm definitely hopeful as well that maybe down the line that this could end up being like a collegiate thing, but I don't know. I think it would take a lot more time.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. It's going to take a lot more consistency and putting it out there. But let's see.
I think there's also something to be said there about like the amount of skate parks that have popped up in the last couple decades. Like, more and more skateboarders all over the place are kind of pushing for these places, but it happens in little pockets where they're like little communities, and there needs to be like a couple people at the head who like really push for it, and it happens. It's kind of like sprinkled across the country, but there is a trend, and it is getting bigger, and there are more and more people who are willing to put in the work to make it happen. But yeah, it is still kind of like it's hard to get everybody together to be focused on one thing or like one idea. It's a tricky thing.
Yeah. No, it can be, but I mean that kind of leads to my next question about maybe the skateboarding culture having a voice. Me personally, I noticed, and I'm sure you guys have noticed that skateboarders around the world have supported the whole Black Lives Matter movement. They're very into that, and there's human rights and things like that. What is your take on the political climate right now, kind of to shift gears? How do you think that skateboarding can maybe have a voice to make a change or improve quality of life around the world?
It's a big question. Do you guys have any thoughts on it? Because I feel like I'm just gonna go. Like, I'm just gonna if I start on it.
Well, I think like if you look at the history of skateboarding, like for the modern era, we see more and more black skaters. Like back then, during the 80s and the 90s, the stereotype is skateboarders were white people who listened to punk music, smoked weed and stuff like that, but like hippies. But now you have like you incorporate rap music and like rap music into the skateboarding culture. So punk is not the punk anymore. Rap is the new punk, as a lot of people say. So like if you've seen like all these thrasher competitions, you see more and more black people, African Americans. So I think that's really nice. You have like a mix of a bunch of races, and that's what skateboarding should be.
I agree. Anybody else?
Yes, I mean, before Mike goes on his thing, I think just to give my 2 cents, I don't know, I think people could take a page out of skateboarding. For me, I feel like I've never felt like I've always felt that skateboarding as a collective has been one of those things where everyone just universally recognized that we're bound by the board. No one, skateboarding has never, and I've never experienced any sort of ostracism or any discrimination when it comes towards skateboarding, interacting with and other people. I don't know if anyone else is scared, has any varying experiences, but I just feel like skateboarding and skateboarders as a community have always just been inclusive. That's my take on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It definitely should be opened up to everybody. I agree. But Mike, go ahead. Let us in on how you feel.
So historically, skateboarding has been a sanctuary for people who feel like outsiders. Like the whole time, from the very, very, very beginning, and even through now, like, skateboarding is a place where people, or for people who don't fit nicely into other categories, and it's also a place where a lot of what we do is illegal. And so, I mean, I'm a little bit older than these guys, but when I was younger, like, I have had a lot of, like, run-ins with police and stuff, and, like, I got to see how police treat people who, like, I was never, like, hurting anybody, you know, so, like, in my eyes, I was, like, usually pretty innocent, and, like, I've had some pretty nasty interactions with police officers, so I think that kind of opened my eyes to, like, how, you know, the powers can relate to people who aren't doing anything wrong, and how to, like, kind of mistrust the system a little bit, like, how to kind of doubt the systems that we have in place, and to try to, like, figure it out my own way. And that experience, I think, is common throughout skateboarding. I think a lot of people who have been skateboarding for a long time feel that. And I think that's also why a lot of people who feel like they still don't, like, fit, it's like it's changed over the years, but, like, in more recently, like within the last 10 years, it's gravitated towards, there's, like, been a lot of breakthroughs in, like, the queer culture in skateboarding, and, like, that's all over the place now, and it's, like, really beautiful to see. But I think it comes from that same place of, like, feeling like finding a sanctuary in a world where you feel like an outsider, and finding people who you can relate to and who also feel like a system of oppression. So I think, you know, that links all the way back to, like, Black Lives Matter, that we know that things can be screwed up, and we know not to take things for their face value. And I think that that's really, really core to skateboarding, and I think that's why so many skateboarders are behind these social changes.
Yeah, no, beautifully put, man. I definitely agree with what you're saying, you know. Skateboarding as a whole is a place for people to come and feel comfortable, let they, you know, express themselves, and just let it all out, you know. So yeah, I agree. Next question is just, what do you guys think is next for the organization, the Rutgers skateboarding, you know, organization that you have?
Hopefully we can start doing stuff outside. Hopefully, like, COVID ends and we can all get vaccinated, and we can actually, you know, have meetings where people, more than just the officers, show up, and we can go out to skate parks, and we can organize trips, and we can host contests. We want to do so many things. We want to be a place where, like, people can feel comfortable and feel like they belong, and we also really want to, like, help grow and give back to the community. Like, we want to build things. We want to have, you know, just have experiences together, like go into New York and just, like, be free. And, you know, that's what I really wanted when the club started, and we've been a little shackled by COVID, but when things get back on track, I mean, I'm a senior, so I probably won't really see it, but I really want that to be where the club goes.
I mean, who's to say you can't stay involved afterwards, though, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Anybody else thoughts on what's next for the club organization?
I think I agree with Mike. The next step is, you know, just to get out and skate, get a bunch of people from Rutgers, you know, be an actual club instead of, you know, this online thing.
Tyreek, anything? Pretty much.
Yeah, just growth and expansion, and you know, just, I don't know, reaching more people. I know there's a lot more skaters at Rutgers than are actually in the club, and I think that if a lot of them banded together and joined the organization, then that would be a lot. There would be a lot more people. That would go well for pushing the things that we want to do, like, you know, get infrastructure and stuff. So.
Cool.
Just grow.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Keeping the numbers going up, keeping people interested. But yeah, personally, I would like to, you know, thank you guys for joining on and just having this conversation with me.
Me too.
I'd like to network. Maybe get you guys Instagrams, Twitters, or whatever you have. You know, if you do end up going out skating somewhere, you know, maybe we can get together and do something. Because I'm always learning, always trying to get better at skating. I'm probably after this, I'm probably gonna go do a couple ollies. So,
I was out this morning.
Yeah, also, Mike, just to add on, you know, I still got the camera. I'm still trying to get some B-roll. So, you know what I mean? If you guys are going out to any skate parks or whatever, you know, I would love to catch some of you guys on footage, you know, getting it down packed, you know, messing up, trying again, so forth and so on, if that's possible. All right?
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind.
Matt will be there.
Yeah.
Always. But yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Until next time, I guess I'll get with Jay to get you guys his information, and maybe we can link up on social media.
Mike, I'm gonna get all the information from Mike. But before we go, let's take a quick screenshot real quick. So everybody, you know, y'all can get crazy, you know, throw something up, whatever, smile, laugh, make a stupid face. But we're gonna take a real quick screenshot.
Hang on, I brought my board over because I thought maybe you'd ask to see my setup, so I'm gonna grab that.
All right, yeah.
Oh, my board's in my car.
Yeah, mine's in my car.
I do have another one though.
Yes, I should get my board too.
There you can just be like, I don't even know.
It's like the second board I've ever had.
Yo,
Why is your deck so wide?
what kind of deck you guys got?
Why is my deck so wide?
Yeah.
I got an 8.8.
8.8? Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a 825, but this is like the second. This is like the second board I've ever had. This has just been in my closet. I don't use this. I skate skate girl decks, and I don't skate silver trucks anymore. I switched to independent.
Can't find my board, so I'll just like throw
okay.
some signs or something.
Better than nothing. Let's do it.
I don't know where my parents put it. Was there yesterday.
Yo, that's fire.
I appreciate you guys, man.
Yo, thank you, Mike. Thank you, guys, you know, for making this a reality. And Mike, you gonna keep in contact, bro?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you guys over. Once it's edited, before I even put it out, you guys will get a view at it, and you know, let me know what you guys think. All right?
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, I mean, I was just thinking maybe I could share like a little piece of like my own story, just to like, I feel like it might be interesting for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
Pull your heart.
So when we got the new officers, Tyreek and Will, I had a meeting with all of them and basically told them like kind of where I come from, why I started up the club. I'm not going to go into like as many details as I did with them, but like, yeah, there is like a real reason why I pushed to make this skateboard club happen. So like I've been a skateboarder for like a really long time, and skateboarding has always been a really safe place, and it's a place where like I really identify with like all the aspects. And when I actually came to, I'm 28 now, I came to Rutgers in 2010, and I ended up failing out, like, miserably. I was totally alone. I barely knew anyone. I barely talked to anyone. And I didn't really have any organizations or any place where I could, like, easily meet people or talk to people who were like-minded. So that was awful and like really, really traumatic. And then I came all the way back around, like left school, did my own thing, and then came back and decided that I wanted to go into engineering, mostly because I want to design skate parks. So that was all my motivation there. And then, you know, when I came back to Rutgers again, I saw, you know, there's no skateboarding club. So basically I just looked up like how I could put it together, and I followed all the steps, and then I made it happen. But it's just really important to me because I know that there are a lot of people who come to Rutgers, and Rutgers is like, I mean, for people who aren't from here or haven't been to Rutgers, it's crazy. Like, it's just massive. And I wanted to set something up so that I can catch people who were in the same situation that I was in when I was a freshman. So I haven't been able to do it like as nicely as I would like to, because I've been able to interact with as many people, but like that was a huge motivation for why I thought that this was so important and why I really, really wanted to make it happen. So, you know, I'm upset that it hasn't turned out exactly the way that I wanted it to, but I am really proud of how far we've come, and you know, everything that we've been able to do, and you know, partner up with everyone and everything. So yeah, it's a lot, you know.
No, I feel you. It's a beautiful thing.
I gotta clap, man. Because you did a good job, man. You did a good job. Nah, this is your legacy. You know what I mean? So that's definitely deserves some type of applause.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I respect it, man. It's a beautiful thing. Hopefully when you graduate, you don't just leave it behind, you know what I mean? Like, just, I mean, I don't know, stick your head in and see how it's going every now and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We've set it up so that the president is always going to be a junior, and then when the president becomes a senior, they become an advisor, and then we have a new president. So there's always going to be like a good transfer of power, and the people, like, there's always going to be somebody in charge who's going to like get it and know how to get things done and train the next people. So we've paid a lot of attention to figuring out how to make this thing last and how to make it sustain itself. And you know, I have no idea what's going to happen, but I hope it works out.